yeah, so that's how much of our contrasting colors left. So I don't know if I'm able to do 2 heels. Maybe I have to wind up another skein. Hello, my name is Mira and I'm the maker behind MIRAS Knits over on Instagram and here on YouTube. And today I want to start a new series, and in this series I want to knit one pair of socks and kind of take you along, talk about things I want to switch up or maybe alternate and all things like that. And yeah, I thought, because I bought the book 52 Weeks of Socks, and one day I started the challenge to knit the 52 patterns in 52 weeks, and I knitted 10 of them, I think. You can have a video about it. But I decided to start all over because with some of these patterns the socks are too small, too big, and just not fit well. And then again I started my sock knitting journey with this book. So of course I wasn't that good, and sometimes I didn't understand the construction and things like that. And that's why most of the socks are not really wearable right now, or for me. I wear them in the house, but yeah, they are not really good knitted socks, I guess. So I decided to start over, and at that time I started from the first sock and moved on in order. But this time I made a, I don't know, in German it's Glücksrad, like a wheel, and every time I start or I finish a pair and want to start a new one, I'll spin the wheel and then we'll see what pattern I will knit. Yes, so I'll put in the, I made a screen recording from my computer and I put it in. It landed on the 7th pattern, and the 7th pattern is, you can't really see it good. I think I put in a picture too, but these are the rocking chair socks, and they are by Paulina Caro. And I guess, yeah, we will start with these socks. I knitted them before, but my gauge was off. I never do a gauge swatch with socks, and I won't do it this time just because now I know a lot more about knitting socks and I know what fits my foot. So I will alternate the pattern, and yes, so I will start toe up. They're top down. I start toe up because I decided to use some leftover hand-dyed yarn from me. So this is on the bottom, the one is a peachy reddish color, and it has some sparkles, some silver sparkles, and I love this yarn. And on top we just have a solid red. I have more of the red, but I don't have more of the glittery yarn. So I'm also thinking about knitting these socks 2 at a time. Funny thing, I tried, or the first time I tried knitting 2 socks at once was with this pattern when I was knitting it way back, and I hated it. But this time I think I have to, just because I don't really know how much I have of the glittery yarn, so I don't know how tall these socks are gonna be. We'll see. Maybe I knit like the heel and then switch up and knit the second sock for it. I don't really know. We'll see. So yeah, that's the first thing I want to change. So we knit toe up. And the second thing, I don't know what the heel is. But and with all of these patterns I will do an afterthought heel. That's just the method I prefer and fits the best to my foot and stuff like that. So that's what I will use. And in this pattern I think it's another needle. Let me see. Where is it? I don't see. Not so on the pattern, they want you to use a 2mm, but I only have a 2.5mm, and I'll always knit my socks on 2.5mm. So I'll probably switch up some. Oh no, I don't. I just knit the first size and it's okay. So it's 56 stitches. I hope that's okay for me to say the circumference. So I think I'll go with that, but we'll see. I'll just start knitting, and when it's not good, we'll switch it up. And yeah, so I guess we can start knitting and I'll take you along. Today is March 1st. Guess good day to start something new. And we'll see my progress. Maybe I won't talk the whole entire video, I don't know. Maybe I do some, what's it called? Like background talking? We'll see, but I think most of the time it's just a time lapse of me and yeah, showing you the process I made. Maybe sometimes I will time myself and see how far I get in 1 hour, stuff like that. Yeah, so I don't really know where I want to go with this video. I guess you find out since it's the first episode. Yeah, but I hope you enjoy me watching knitting the first pair of my 52 weeks of sock book, or it's I guess the 11th pair, but we start over, so it's the first pair. And yeah, I'll see you soon. So it's me again. I finished, give me a second. Yeah, I finished the toes of my rocking chair socks. As you can see, I'm knitting them 2 at a time. To be honest, I hate it. It's just, now it's okay because now I have more stitches, but when I did all the increases it was very fiddly. But I guess there's no way around it because I don't know how much yarn I have left. I have another skein of the red one, but I don't really want to use it. So we'll see what happens with these socks. And what scraps I will also use, so we'll see. But yeah, so we have a toe. That's what it looks like now. I hope you can see it, or it focuses. I know it takes some time because it always focuses only on my face, but yeah, we'll see. So it's just, yeah, I did the, I think it's called Turkish cast on, where you don't see the stitches, so I cast it on somewhere here. And then, of course, I just did some increases, like you do for a normal toe. And I also did some math, and I use less stitches as my circumference, just because I always use 26 stitches with my socks, if possible. That's just when they fit the best. And then the sock has some ribbing, so it's also a bit looser, so I think it will be fine like that. So now I finally start the part with the glitter yarn. I don't really know if you can see it. I hope you can see some of the glitter. I'm really excited for this one. But I will take a short break and knit on something else. So I don't know if I knit on these today. We'll see. Well, I guess you'll see. So it's the next day and I'm back. Yesterday I knitted 20 rows in the stitch pattern. I used some stitch markers I made and I put them in every 10 rows because I always knit 60 rows and then I do the afterthought heel and then I knit 40 rounds normally I knit 40 rounds. With these socks we'll see how tall they will get. And yeah, maybe you can already see some of the stitch pattern. It's not that visible, so maybe you can. Yeah, and then I made a thinking mistake, and to be honest, it bothers me a lot. So I hope I can live with that. But as you can see, I did one round with pearls in the beginning, and I forgot to knit an entire round in my main color, and that's why the pearl stitches have the red color and not the variegated yarn. So we'll see if I like that. And yeah, oh, and to count my stitches, I use what's it called, row counter. I made myself, and the stitch markers are also crafted myself. And yeah, so that's how far we got on our first day. I think it's pretty good progress. And yeah, today is May. Is it May? March. It's not May. March 2nd. And now we will keep on knitting, and hopefully I can maybe reach the heels, but I don't think I can because I have other things to do today. But we'll see how far I can get. So another little progress update. I now finished 40 rows. So 20 more to go until I put in some yarn from Afterthought heel. That's the first time I use that method. Normally I just cut the yarn and then weave in more ends, but when you do it like that, of course you have less ends to weave in. So we will see how that works. I hope it works. So yeah, here you can see the progress keepers, so 40 rows. Yeah, the section where I forgot to knit just a normal round with my main color still bothers me. I don't really like how it looks, but when the socks are on, I think it's fine. And yeah, I just didn't want to rip back all of that. And here's the second one. Now I'm much better, or it's much easier for me to knit 2 at one. Still knitting magic loop, but yeah, I always knit my socks on magic loop, so I guess it's nothing new. Yeah, so I hope maybe you can see some of the glitter from the yarn. So I just finished my 60 rounds of, rounds, and now I will think about how I want to put in the yarn so that I can take it out and put in the heel afterwards. Yeah, as I said, I basically just use the stitch pattern of the rocking chair socks and alternate the socks to my knitting style, or just how I like knitting my socks, or I knit my socks. And as I said, I changed up the stitch circumference, and I'm knitting a toe up and do a different heel, but everything else is the same. And so that's how far we got. We don't have that much yarn left, so that's all that's left of the yarn. So hopefully, yeah, I'm able to do some rounds, and we'll see how tall these socks will get. That's how the stitch pattern looks now. I hope you can see it. And yeah, maybe when the socks are not tall enough, I just do a bigger cuff. We'll see what I will do. But yeah, I'm really excited to put in the toe, and yeah, that's a lot of progress I did today. We started here, so I did 40 rounds on both socks, and to be honest, at first I didn't enjoy knitting 2 at one that much, but it goes by way faster. Before I needed maybe 2 days for one sock if I really wanted to, and like that, now it's 2 days and I almost did both socks. Yeah, I reached the heel, and if I keep knitting, I probably finish them tomorrow. We'll see if I still want to knit on them, because my hands are hurting a lot in the last time, so that's why I really have to stop knitting that much. So yeah, and now I'm in my break, so that's why I have a lot of time. Yeah, that's a shame, but of course I don't want anything bad happens with my hands, so that's why I'm not knitting that much. But then again, I guess I knitted a lot on these socks. So I'm lying, but now my hands are not hurting, but I know they will if I keep knitting a lot. And yeah, so we'll see if I finish them today, but to be honest, probably, because now I watch a really good series, and when I watch the series, I don't keep track of time, and I just knit, and then it's finished. So that's what happens when I finish a piece fast. That's just because I have something good to watch. Yeah, but enough of that. I put in the thread so that I can put in the heel. Yeah, I'm trying a new method. Normally, as I said, I cut the yarn. So we'll see if I like it more or if I go back to just cutting the yarn. Yeah, that's how normally I put in my stitch markers, and normally I will put a progress keeper on the first and the last stitch of the second needle, so that I know which stitches I need to pick up. But when you put in a thread, it's easier. You just take out the yarn, put in the stitches again on your needle, and then just knit the normal heel. But we'll see. So yeah, I really like how they turn out. The toe thing still bothers me. I don't know what to do about it. I think what I'm gonna do, I would just do the same mistake for the cuff, so that it looks kind of the same. And I think then I'm good again. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's it for now. And I hopefully see you maybe when I finish the tube or start the cuff. I don't know, we'll see. So it's me again. I just finished how far falling off the needles. I just finished how far I was able to knit. So that's the scrap yarn I put in, and that's how far I got. I don't know, it's maybe 7 centimeters, so it's not that bad. Yeah, maybe now, so that's the front with the pattern. Maybe now you can kind of see the glitter. I don't know. And yeah, so that's how much is left. It's not that much. I'm a bit sad because I wanted to end off with the ribbing part, like this part right here, and now it's the lace part, so the part between the ribbing. Yeah, I just thought it would look nicer, but I'm pretty sure I don't have enough because it's like 7 rows or something like that, and I don't think the yarn will be enough for both socks. So I don't know what to do. I was thinking about using the red scrap yarn to do the ribbing and then do the normal cuff, but to be honest, I think I would just do the cuff. So I guess you will see how I decided on that part, and yeah, let's keep knitting. So it's me again. It's been a while for you. It wasn't. Yeah, I started the socks on the 1st of March. Today is the 6th or 7th? 6th of March. On March 3, I started here and maybe knitted this much on both socks, of course, since I knitted them 2 at a time. Yeah, on March 4th, I took a break. I don't even know if I was knitting on that day at all. I'm not sure. And yeah, yesterday, March 5th, I put in this progress keeper. I just did it, I think, 5-6 rows of the cuff. So yeah, that's how far I got with the glittery yarn. I just have maybe that much left, so it was good. And yeah, so now I have to put in the heels, and the cuff is in garter stitch. And one sock, maybe you can see it, I bound off to tight and this one to loose. So I won't weave in all my ends until the end, so that I can, when they don't fit on my foot, rip it out and bind off again. Yeah, so that's how much of our contrasting colors left. So I don't know if I'm able to do 2 heels. Maybe I have to wind up another skein. Yeah, that's no problem, because then I just use the color for the second pair. But to be honest, what I really like about not knowing what pattern or what sock pattern of the 52 weeks of socks I knit next, they go by really fast, because I'm eager to do the draw and start on my next sock and know what it is. So I hope that I can finish these today. I also have to film my knitting diary update, because I wasn't able to film for the past 4 weeks, something like that. So I'm doing that today. And yeah, I'm also filming another video or start. So a lot to do today, and then I still have to clean a bit our apartment. You know, the everyday stuff. But yeah, so we'll see if I'm able to finish these. I will do one heel now, and then I don't know, see if I go on with the next right away or wait. But the heels probably take maybe, I don't know, an hour. Maybe I can stop myself knitting one heel, and then we know. That's maybe an interesting part. So let's move on to the knitting. as you can see, I finished one of my afterthought heels. Now you can see how short the socks really are. I haven't put them on or tried them on, so we'll see. I'll do that at the end when they are blocked and everything. I haven't woven in the end, so that's why maybe you see some holes. And yeah, I timed myself doing the afterthought heel, and it took me around 18 minutes. To be honest, I thought it would take me longer. So I guess that's good. And that's how much yarn I have left for the second heel. Maybe something about my heels. I always, when I take out the yarn or cut the yarn, knit 5 normal rounds. And then I start to decreasing. It just fits my foot way better like that. And I know a lot of people do it like that, so maybe you can try it. If you find that with an afterthought heel, your socks don't fit that well. But anyways, that's how much yarn I have left. Maybe you can tell me down below if you think that's enough to do another heel. To be honest, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'll need yarn for maybe 5 more rounds. I guess you have an update. If you see me wind more yarn, then I needed more yarn. But we'll see. I really hope it's enough yarn, but to be honest, I don't think it is. But I guess we'll see. So, on to knitting. Yes, so yeah, I couldn't believe it. I barely made it, but I was able to do both heels with this tiny bit of yarn that was left, so I'm really happy that I didn't have to wind up another skein because I don't really like doing it, because it just takes a long time and I don't like the motion and it hurts my hand. So one day I will have an electric winder. And the funny thing is, at first I wanted to do the cuff higher, but then I thought they're shorties and it would look weird, and if I would have done it, of course there wouldn't be enough yarn for the heel. Yeah, but I made it, so that's the first pair finished from my 52 pairs of socks, weeks of socks, the rocking chair socks, I think by Paulina. The thing is, in my book, she's called Paulina Caro, and online on Ravelry, she has a different name. I don't know. So I don't really know the designer's name. But one thing I don't like about the afterthought heel with the scrap yarn is that I think it makes holes. Now it's hard to see because the maybe it's also only because there's an yarn over, but here you can see it good. So here's the heel, and you have the yarn over, and here's a hole. On the other side it's not, but it's I don't think it is because I wove in the ends, already woven on the ends, and I always wave in my ends on the heel so that there are no holes. So maybe that's the reason, I don't really know. Yeah, but all in all, I'm excited that I used some scrap yarn to do these socks. I can't believe it, that it actually worked out. So good me for thinking about using the yarn. And now maybe about the stitch pattern. I don't know if it's visible like that. Maybe you can see it. So it has some ribbing and then a lace pattern. It's not really a pattern for me. I don't think I would knit it again, just because I I'm not in love with the stitch pattern. I think it's pretty, but or maybe I don't know how to say that. It's not that I find it ugly, but it's just not my cup of tea. Maybe like that. I like doing it because with me, when there's always stripes or an alternation in the pattern, I just knit faster because I want to go to the next part, or I'm like, okay, I just knit this part and then I'm done, and then I keep knitting and all of that. And yes, so I think for a sock pattern it's good, but I wouldn't do the pattern on like a sweater or anything like that. Maybe the patterns by itself, so the ribbing or the lace by itself. But yeah, so all in all, I'm pretty happy. The foot part still bothers me, but I guess I have to deal with it. And yeah, I guess that's it for my first 52 weeks of sock knit along, come along, knitting. Yeah, I wasn't thinking, or I couldn't believe that I knit them that fast, because I know most of my other socks I knit from the book took me way longer. So we'll see how long the next pair will take me. I guess it depends on the pattern. And then again, they're shorties. I'm excited to see how short they are. I don't even know if they're wearable. So I don't know what I will do if they don't fit. But yeah, I guess that's it for the first video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you for my next series, or in my other videos here on my channel. I also do a knitting diary where I try to keep you updated every week. And yeah, I'm also planning a couple of other fun videos or series. So we'll see. At the end, I put in some footage of me wearing them. And yeah, until the next video. Bye!